as grumpy as his grandfather when he is feeling under the weather. She kept Luke entertained with some bird watching from the kitchen window, games around the dining room table, and watching TV in bed with him. She only hoped she didn't catch whatever he has, especially the grumpiness. This morning, Marielle will deliver the 5th speech out of the entertaining speaker manual. An after-dinner talk she wants to keep light, positive, and entertaining, like everything she did with Luke all weekend. She will reflect on the occasion and personalize the talk by referring to earlier events or people on the program and building on them. Her objectives are to deliver the talk using humor and drama skills developed in the preceding projects of the Entertaining Speaker Manual. The title, My New Year's Resolution Gift to You, and the time is 8 to 10 minutes.
Please don't set the timer quite yet. I'm not ready. I just have a little explanation for you.
Thank you. Oh, great.
This is the form for you because it was filled out before by mistake, okay?
Thank you.
And I'd like to welcome Missy back to our club. She's not quite a new member, but it's been a 3-year interval since you've been here. So please put your hands together to welcome Missy back here. I'm ready now. Here we are today, preparing for the most attractive Park City event of the year, the Sundance Film Festival. But before we continue on with the rules that will help us keep our sanity and help us remain gracious hosts during the invasion, I'd like to go back just a little tiny bit in time to New Year's resolutions. Why most of us fail at them miserably, and what we can do about that. So, let's have a look. I'm going to bring together one thing that can make the biggest difference between success and failure. Yes, New Year's resolutions don't need to be a to-do list just for the first week of January. They can be so much more than that. So on this 13th day of the year, before we continue on with the Sundance rules, I'd like to have a look first at why we fail at New Year's resolutions. But before we look at that, consider this research insight I've discovered. Human beings are quite quirky. Human beings tend to want to continue on with behaviors that are known to not work instead of trying new behaviors that could work, but could also fail. Research actually shows this. So, this sounds insane, but think about your resolutions from January 2014. You took them because you knew that there were areas in your life that were in desperate need of improvement. But did you carry through with them? Would you even remember what they were? I know I don't remember mine. And here's the insanity of it all. Here we are again this year, about to fail with our New Year's resolutions. And why do we fail? Well, first of all, we're not specific enough. For example, we say something like, I'm going to be healthier this year. Yeah, right. With Sundance rules, all the Valentine's Day chocolate on the shelves already, and the s'mores at St. Regis, this New Year's resolution has already gone down the drain. And we're only the 13th day of the year. We tend to be unrealistic. I'm going to go to the gym 5 times per week. Sure. Really? And we tend to rely on willpower way too much, instead of having simple systems. For example, I'm going to sleep more this year. I need a system attempt to do that. I need to establish a simple system, for instance, that will determine that at a given time every night, I'm going to turn down all of my electronic appliances, including the television. Or an even simpler system of gently putting a pillow over the face of my snoring partner. But there's something a lot more haunting about failing at our New Year's resolution. Failing at our poorly planned, vague, and unrealistic New Year's resolution comes with a consequence. We start to distrust ourselves. Failing at reaching our unrealistic goals undermines our self-worth. And perhaps it is after failing on these New Year's resolutions year after year that explain the narrow, limited lives of the older people Nancy described in her New Year's speech just a couple of weeks ago. So what can we do to prevent ourselves from falling into the trap of New Year's resolutions that only serve at undermining our self-worth? How can we fill the gap between who we are and who we could really be? Well, it's really simple. Number one, be specific. If your New Year's resolution has something to do about health, ask yourself this question. What is the one thing I am absolutely 100% sure I can achieve this year to improve my health? It could be something as simple as, I choose to say no to high carbohydrate, low nutritional value foods this year. I can even add an addendum to it, a cheat rule. I can decide that I will allow myself to cheat 10 to 20% of the time, which means that if you eat 3 meals a day, this allows you to eat those sinful foods or include them in 2 to 4 meals every week. Simple, achievable, specific. Number two, be realistic. If last year you were not able to go to the gym more than once a week, this year, don't go for 5 times a week. You'll never make it there. Choose to add 1 more time per week, but keep the specificity in there. Make sure you decide on which day of the week that additional time is going to be, at what time, and for how long. And number 3, and this is my gift to you, turbocharge your willpower. Can you pass these around, please? Here. Turbocharge your willpower with an implementation tool. Research has shown that when you apply this simple tool, you increase your chances of success at New Year's resolution from 29% to 91%. Pretty amazing. It is so simple, a simple tool about filling the blanks on a piece of paper. So simple that you probably think it's not going to work, but look at the graph on your little piece of paper. This is a scientific research that followed groups of people who decided as a New Year's resolution that they were going to exercise more. On your graph, the group on the left is the control group. They simply made the New Year's resolution of exercising more. The group in the middle were offered motivation in the form of some information pertaining to the value of exercise when it comes to health. They did a little bit better than the group on the left. But look at the group on the right. 91% success with this little tool. All they were given was this little tool where they had to fill the blanks. And they became a lot more successful than the other 2 groups. So here you have it. Your key to success for your 2015 New Year's resolution. Instead of writing me love notes, I want you to take a moment right now to fill in those blanks. And please remember to be specific and to be realistic.